Hi everybody, it's Bethany here from TeacherStickerShop. Have a plan with me this week in my Erin Condren Life Planner, the week of June 25th to July 1st. I can't believe that July is here, almost, but what I'm most excited about is that school is officially over here in Spain. So I'm going to decorate with a School's Out for Summer kit. This is one of the mini kits from our shop. It's only one page. And I've printed it on adhesive photo paper, so like you can peel the backing off right here. Because this is so kind of difficult, I'm going to use the Kiss Cut method with my metal ruler, my X-Acto knife, and this folder just to sit behind the stickers so that I don't slice through my desk. So I'm going to get cutting and I'll be back with you in just a minute. Okay guys, we're back. I've just cut out all of my stickers so that I can lift them up off the page just like as if they were a normal sticker sheet. So this kit has 8 full boxes, 8 checklists, 8 half boxes, bottom washi, a weekly tracker, 2 ombre checklists. It also has a bill pay and a habit tracker, a weekend banner, and then just a little bit of deco. And I chose this design, like I said, because we are finishing school this week. And I've pulled out some washi. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to use yet, but I liked this black kind of to go with the darker color. I also have my chalkboard washi. This is from the Michaels, the teacher washi kit that also has these 2, and then like a washi kit that has some apples on it and a pencil one. So I've taken out these 3, and then this washi that has just some motivational words because I thought it went with the purple and the pink in the kit. So let's get started. I'm going to start with my bottom washi. I've sliced through the backing on this kit, but no problem. I'll just peel it right up. If you guys can hear the fan in the background, I'm really sorry. It's about 2 o'clock on a Saturday afternoon here in Madrid, and we don't have air conditioning. I think the temperature is going to be 38 Celsius today. I'm not sure what that is, but they say that you multiply it by 2 and then add 32, and I know that it's around 100. But that's okay because we live in a house that points north, so we never get like the full brunt of the sun, which is really nice. But still, I mean, you have to close your house up completely during the day, and then at night you just open back up and try to get all the cool air that comes in. Spain tends to get hotter in the later afternoon, and the low comes around 6 o'clock in the morning instead of during the night. And it's actually, I don't know if you guys know this, but here we go with my freak history knowledge. It's actually because in World War II, Spain was under a dictatorship, and they wanted to be on the same time zone as Germany. So that's why Spain, we should actually be on the same time zone as the UK, but we're not. Okay, got my bottom washi. I just wanted to check back and see what I did last week because I also used a mini kit. And I put all of the full boxes in a line, but I think I would prefer not to do that just because, you know, these are kind of like a bit more contrasting. So I know that I want to use this one as my theme sticker, and then the others I'll kind of just, maybe I'll do a little bit like this, or maybe I'll even just put them, I don't know, I've never done a spread like this, but we'll all see how it works out. So I'm going to start with this one. Yeah. We'll put it right here. The only problem with, well, not really problem, but the only issue with doing this is because I have the neutral planner, there aren't headers, and the stickers don't go all the way up to the dotted lines. So I'll have to, I think I had to white out a bit Oh no, I went all the way up to the line. Okay, let's try to do that instead. Wait, how did I do that? Okay, so I went all the way up to the dotted line here, this dotted line. So let's do that. And then we'll worry about covering up the bottom one when we get to it. So yeah, Spain is not on the correct time zone, which also means that we get dark really, really late, like at 10 o'clock. Sometimes it's still, you could still see like daytime, like 10 o'clock at night. In the winter, the sun comes up a bit later, usually around like 8 something, which is okay because we don't go to school as early as they do in the US. We start at 9 at my school. So I don't really mind that much, but I do kind of miss the early, I guess the early bird from when I lived in Virginia, and you know, you'd wake up at 6 o'clock and it was already light. So yeah, sorry about the fan noise if you can hear it. That'll probably be a recurring theme with me. We do have like a small air conditioner. It's called, in Spanish they call it a penguin. And it's like a portable air conditioner that you have to stick the tube out of a window. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? And then you like turn it on and it just makes that room cool. So we have one of those, which I will definitely be turning on pretty soon, probably in the next week or two. But the only negative thing about that is that you can only really turn it on in one space. So usually I move into the living room in the afternoon and just turn on the air conditioner in there. So I know that you guys have been on summer school for a while, on summer holidays. My last day of school was the 15th. Because I work, sorry, hit the camera there. I work the 15th of September until the 15th of June. But our official last day of school, like the last day of school that kids were at school, was the 22nd. I don't know why that's crooked, and I keep trying to put it back. All right, let's try one more time, and if it doesn't work, we'll just leave it. So I didn't have to go to school this week, except for one day that I had to go teach like a midday class, which was fine. But the negative thing about only teaching the 15th of September to the 15th of June is that I only get paid for those months. I mean, I'm sure that you guys, you know, you're teachers. If you are, if you're not teachers, you've probably heard people talk about it. You can, here in Spain, we don't have the option to get paid during the 12 months of the year, at least in the position that I'm in, because I am considered an assistant teacher. So we get essentially fired on the 15th, and then we get rehired on the 15th of September, which means that we have unemployment during the summer, which, you know, Spain is really great for that. It's a wonderful setup. I'm very lucky to have unemployment. There are some downsides of it, but, you know, let's focus on the positive because it's the first week. So I'll go back on on September 15th to school, and the rest of the teachers go back on September 1st, or like the Monday after September 1st, if September 1st is on a weekend. And then the kids go back usually 3 or 4 days after the teachers get back, which is really kind of, I would imagine it's pretty stressful because the teachers have to go back and pretty much they jump in and there's their class, you know. But you get used to it. When I go back on the 15th, I pretty much find out where I need to be that morning, and that's how it goes. You get your schedule the day that you go back, sometimes not even until like a few days after. And I only get a schedule for September when I go back, and then the October schedule will come, you know, when October starts. that's because at my school in September and in June, we only go half days. And that's because of the heat. It's just too hot and our schools aren't air conditioned. On Wednesday when I went in, like, we've been really lucky this year because we haven't had very high temperatures until really this week. Sorry, I'm fighting with this little piece of washi tape here. Come on. We've had a really nice, what I call spring. Spain has just called it rain. But I've really enjoyed the temperatures because I'm not a fan of the heat. So when I went to school this week, it was just boiling. I mean, if it's 90 something outside and the school doesn't, it's shut up at night. So it doesn't really get any kind of air circulation except when it's hot. And no air conditioning, no fans, no nothing. So it was pretty miserable, but you try to seek out a place on the ground floor to take your class if you can, like the library or something like that, and just let the kids wear their shorts and try to deal as best you can. I think here I'm going to put a long piece of washi, I think this one, because it's going to cover both these and these stickers. Now what I don't know is if I'm going to see the dots through the washi, or maybe I should go with, no, I'm going to do this one. And let's see if we see the dots. If we do, we'll just pull it up and put some white out. No, it's pretty good. Yeah, okay, I can see them. It bothers me. So, just going to white out these dots. So that's the benefit of getting out so late in June, is that we also go back really late in September. So we have 3 months here. People who don't work in a school, like people with a normal job, they get 1 month vacation each year, paid. If you are working, with a contract that's registered in the Spanish system, and you are not self-employed, like if you work for a company. You don't have to take the entire month at the same time. Like my husband usually, he'll get 2 weeks now in July, and then he'll take another week at some other point, another week, or a couple of days at some other point. Here, lots of people go on vacation in August because of the heat in Madrid. Well, pretty much the heat all over Spain. So August is the time to go to the beach, not June and July. I mean, lots of people do go to the beach in June and July, but most people go in August. My parents-in-law, they've always gone the last 2 weeks of August. Like, you could pretty much... Okay, I don't want to cover up. Hang on. I have to concentrate. Stop talking. I don't want to cover up the beginning of this little sticker. There we go. So my parents-in-law always go to the beach the last 2 weeks of August. And since my husband has been working with the same company that he's at now, he usually doesn't have the last 2 weeks of August off. That's kind of like when you've been working at a place for a long time, you start to get that benefit. But, he's not there yet at his company. So he gets his vacation at other times, which is fine. Because the past couple of years we've gone to the US to visit my family, and unfortunately we're not going this year. I wish we were, but we have some other plans for the summer. I'm going to be, well, one thing that I wanted to try to do this summer was teach with VipKid. So I've been researching that, and I'm going to be doing a little bit of applying this week and seeing how it goes. Have you guys ever worked for a company like that where you teach online? I'm not so worried about teaching little kids. Like, I think that's going to be pretty easy for me because I teach all the way down to 2 years old here in Spain, and I teach English. But I think the difficulty is going to be teaching online because I'm really used to being able to, you know, manipulate things, have the kids touch and manipulate, and do a really kind of active learning. So we'll see how I do. Nothing's, you know, I'm going to say that nothing is impossible. So if you guys have any tips for, you know, applying and working, teaching online, please let me know in the comments. I appreciate it. And then our other plans for the summer is we will be doing in vitro fertility treatments, which I'm very excited about. I have PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is one of the highest causes of female infertility in the US. If you guys want to know more about PCOS, I will be happy to tell you. I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to put this, but I think I'm just going to stick it here. And because I have PCOS, it makes it pretty hard to conceive. We've been, sorry if the camera's going to shake here for a minute, I just need my little scissors. We've been trying to start a family for 4 years, unsuccessfully. So we tried artificial insemination this week, or no, sorry, not this week, this year. It was unsuccessful, unfortunately, and we decided to move on to in vitro, which I think is going to be really awesome. Maybe a bit scared. Okay, so if I cover up this, it's going to cover up the July. Do I care? No, I don't think I care. I'm a bit scared about doing in vitro just because, you know, it is kind of more of a surgery than artificial insemination. Artificial insemination is really, I guess, in comparison, low-key. But, you know, we're hoping that everything works out and that God will send us a baby or 2 or 3. Not at the same time. Please. So we'll start that next week. I have a separate planner. I use a Classic Happy Planner horizontal. This year I have the one that has like the fruits on it, and it has kind of like clip art and seasonal throughout it. And I will be using that to, well, I do use it to write my meals down, kind of like what I'm eating each day, because there's just enough lines that I write like breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and then notes, and making sure that I'm taking my medication. And I kind of use that to keep track of my doctor's appointments, fitness, that kind of stuff. But I'm kind of unsure what to do because now that I'm starting summer, I'm going to be doing a lot more, I'm going to have a lot more responsibilities around the house because I'm going to have more free time in the, oh, I didn't cut this one. Okay, let's do it now. During the school year, I'm a full-time teacher, and then I'm also a full-time student. And I have 1 more year like that. But it means that my husband kind of pulls more than his fair share of weight around the house, which I'm very thankful for. But all of that, you know, I'll be happy to help out with now that I'm going to be having some more free time. So I like to keep track in my planner. Last year I used a big happy planner, and I would write like one section, like this section was for my housework and this section was for my Etsy shop. But now that I have a separate Etsy shop planner, which is this one, I'm not really sure where I'm going to write my housework. Will I write it in my wellness planner? Will I write it in this planner? Will I just start a new one, which I don't really want to do, but, you know, if needs must. So we will see. What do you guys do? Where do you put your household things that you have to get done? Okay, I put this bill due sticker because I pay my Etsy bill every week instead of every month. Gosh, could you imagine? Okay, so I'm just gonna do some little more crayons here. No, don't go on my sticker! The only bad thing about using this photo paper is that sometimes washi can make it, if you get the washi like stuck on it and pull, you can pull off the design. So I have to be a bit careful about that, but otherwise I quite like this photo paper. It's, you know, it absorbs color and it's much more shiny than matte stickers, which is what I used to use. Okay, and what are we going to put for this last little part? Maybe I'll do just a bit of this black washi. If I can find where it starts again. There we go. Okay. Like this, and then I'll put just another little line of it at the top. And this direction. Okay, this is why I usually waste washi, because I'm really bad at lining up where the washi has to start, as you can see. Oh no! Alright. That's where a Spaniard would have said that they poop in the milk. Spanish like curse terms are usually involve pooping, milk, or the sea, or your mom. Like, that's a really bad one. But it's definitely quite funny to listen sometimes to their swear words. So my husband would have said something like, I poop in the sea, or I poop in the milk. Sorry. I think that Spanish swear terms are quite funny. Okay, so how are we going to put these little checklists in? Will we go with at the top? Maybe this one up here. Oh yeah, I remember what happens with you. Again, because of these headers. So what will we do? Will we leave a little space at the bottom? I think we're going to leave a little space at the bottom and line them up here instead of leaving space at the top. What do we think? I think in the last one I ended up putting, yeah, I put them a bit down and then just put a skinny washi, but because I've got different lengths, I don't really want, or different, you know, stickers up here, I don't really want to do that. Or maybe I'll just center them. Maybe I'll just center them. Let's see what that looks like. People with colorful planners, they don't have this issue because they have, you know, those little headers that are cute, but I prefer to have a neutral colored planner and just kind of, no, I prefer it at the top. Okay. I just go on and ramble, and then when it comes to making a decision, I'm like, oh no, the smallest decisions. Alright, let's do a pink checklist here. We're going to put it in the center, and here I'm going to go a bit over the washi tape on each side, so maybe I'll put it at the bottom. Yeah, that's what I'll do, but I don't want pink. Purple. Okay, and now we'll do pink here. Oh, line it up at the top again. Now that one works out perfectly. Maybe I should just continue the washi tape here. No, just leave this one like that. So our building, today's Saturday, and I'm really grateful for the peace because our building we live in an apartment building with about 140 neighbors. And they are redoing the kind of like the entrance to the building. It had original woodwork from when these buildings were built in the 70s. And they are redoing those. So we're going to have like a marble entrance instead of with the wood paneling. Thank God. And they are also going to refinish the floors, repaint. There are 3 different staircases, so they're going to repaint the staircases, and then they are also redoing all of the electrical installation in the building, which is a huge undertaking. And my building kind of looks like a war zone because they had to pull out all of the walls in order to get to the electrical. So luckily we remodeled our house last year and we don't have to do any work on the inside because we knew that this was going to be happening. Oh no, come here. So we went ahead and remodeled, and they'll just have to kind of put like their new, I don't know what they're called, like cable, I guess, into our electric box. So thank goodness we knew about it beforehand, because otherwise we would have had to rewire from our front door to our electrical box. Oh, wait. But it's really nice to have peace today because the workers, I know that they have to do it and I'm not complaining, but they constantly are just hammering and hammering, drilling. I don't even know. So that's kind of been our summer so far, but it'll look great when it's finished in a year. And in the meantime, we just have to put up with the noise. I'm more worried about my husband because he sometimes works night shifts, and he'll have to, try to sleep during that time. Poor guy. But luckily, you don't hear it as badly in the bedroom as you do in other parts of the house. And unfortunately, our neighbors all kind of, everybody has kind of a short fuse because there's all of this noise and all kinds of, dust and dirt, and so everybody's kind of working on a short fuse. Let's see, what else are we going to put? I need my weekend banner. So it's caused because everybody is, a bit out of sorts. It's caused kind of like a neighborhood conflict, I guess you could call it. And I'm laughing because it's not really that funny, like it's kind of sad, but, well, I'll tell you the story. So I take my dog out in the evenings with a bunch of other people who take their dogs out because we live in a part of Madrid that has lots of green, like lots of parks, and we're very lucky. So we usually get together kind of behind my apartment building because there is no traffic. It's a part that doesn't have a street. And there's also some green. And there's a wall that we sit on, which, in the summer, if you're taking your dog out and it's 90 or 100 degrees, it's nice to be able to sit down. Even though you try to take them out, like we take them out around 8 o'clock in the afternoon or 8:30. And we stay for about an hour. And there are, anywhere from 3 to, I guess it could go up to like 8 or 9 of us. And those of you who live in a city, I'm sure that you know that you hear, if you live on one of the lower levels, you hear the street noise quite a bit. So last summer, one of my neighbors, an older lady, she was complaining about the noise that the dogs were making. and did I like that there? Yes. And it was, you know, I felt really bad for this lady because she does live on the ground floor, and I know that that the dogs make noise. Like, that's just part of, you know, having a dog in the city. And you try to keep them from barking, but, you know, it's kind of like trying to keep children from making noise when they play. It's not always possible. So she was, you know, really annoyed. And here in Spain, when you when you get annoyed, you refer to somebody with very formal language. Even though you're saying like really bad things to them, you use really formal language to do it. Okay, so I think I'm finished with my main setup. I just want to put down my payday sticker, and then let's see if there's anything else that I want to add. I'm not going to get my nails done. I got them done last week. You can see I always do French tips because they don't peel up as bad. I go every like 3 to 4 weeks. And I did this pink kind of glitter. It's kind of light. You don't really notice it as much, so I'm not sure that I would do this color again. But it kind of makes me feel like a princess, right? So why not? And I am going to try to do my workouts this week, but I'm going to start recording that in my other planner instead of in this planner, because now that I'm off, I'm going to be looking at that planner quite a bit more. Alright, so let's get our payday sticker. So yeah, what happened with the dogs was, you know, she got really annoyed. I think one evening last summer she called the police saying that the dogs were making too much noise. And, you know, unfortunately, you live in a city, you kind of have to put up with the street noise until a certain time at night. And so that's kind of what the police told her last year was. And they said to us, like, if you can go to another place, which I have no problem doing, you know. But it is nice to be able to get together with other dog owners because, you know, you get your puppy play dates. And so this summer, the neighbors have decided that they were going to come down and kind of like set themselves at intervals along the wall so that we wouldn't have anywhere to sit down. And that way we would kind of go away. So it's kind of like turned into one of those old Western one of those like old Western standoffs every afternoon, which, you know, I go down and I like to have a good time with everybody and not cause any kind of problems just because I don't think that they're very much fun. But, you know, some of the older ladies do like to kind of get into a bit more of a conflict, and I don't know. So I think that because we're doing so much work in the house, you know, people aren't sleeping very well during the siesta, tempers are high, and let's just hope that we can all have peace. Peace on our dog walks. I'm just writing down here the views, visits, and orders for my Etsy shop because this is my Etsy journal, my Etsy planner. And then here I'm just going to write that this is my Etsy bill. Okay, and then what do I have to... I pulled this, I use Staedtler Tri Plus fine liners or Sharpie pens. I pulled this dark gray just because I thought it went really well with the dark gray in this kit. But I'm trying to see if I want to change... No, I think I'm going to use this one. Okay, so what do I want to do? On Monday we have payday. And then I want to finish this week, which I'm going to write it here. Finish... a new product that I'm working on for my shop, which you guys can see a sneak peek of on our Facebook. It's for the Erin Condren Teacher Planner. And then I also, do I have any custom orders? I think I finished all of them last week. Yes. Yes and yes. Okay, so I want to, something that I haven't been able to do is measure my new planners so that I can start making stickers. So my big Happy Planner Teacher Edition, my classic Happy Planner Teacher Edition, and then I think that's all that I have to do. I'm going to leave it there because I can't remember. And then the other thing that I want to do, this is maybe more of a little, is I'm going to get a sticker for this one. Sorry for going far away. Okay, I want to work on my July calendar layout for, that's what it was, ECLP monthly. And then here I want to work on my monthly calendar. So what are we going to do? I also have a doctor's appointment on Monday. And on Friday. Woohoo, double trouble. I just want something here to mark that I want to do my monthlies. Maybe I'll use this week's sticker. This is from the I've Got Big Plans Recollections sticker book, which I think is super cute. It's one that I've really enjoyed using. This week, I need to do my Erin Condren Teacher Planner, my Erin Condren Life Planner, and my Classic Happy Planner Wellness Planner monthlies. Okay, and then also we are putting a new collar on my dog tomorrow, his new flea and tick collar, so I want to add that to last week's spread. Alright. See, these are the kind of things that I don't know exactly where to put. Like, do I put them in this planner? Do I put them in my wellness planner? I have no idea. Anyway, that sticker looks like my dog because he's a schnauzer, and it came from the Bad to the Bone Happy Planner, the mini sticker pack, which I quite like. Okay, and I think with that we will call it finished for the week. So this is the June 2018 to July 1st, the 25th through the 1st, my Erin Condren Life Planner with the the Summer's Out school mini kit. Thanks you guys for watching my video. If you haven't, please subscribe down below, give it a like if you like this video, and please join us for our next one. See you!